Well, hey, good morning, everybody. It is Nugget of Truth time with Pastor Matt. It is Nugget of Truth number 130 on this Friday morning. I need to give you just a real quick context for this nugget. You might know I served part-time at a church doing singles ministry, and it was a blessing, but it was also very frustrating for a lot of different reasons. Serving part-time at a church when you want to be full-time someplace lent itself to some frustrating moments and things. So this is the background for Nugget of Truth number 130. I don't need to go into the specifics because it doesn't really honor them. All right, concerning my frustration with my treatment at the church, there's a lesson to be learned about showing grace to your church. The church, my church, is the bride of Christ. It is far from perfect, and even its failures fall under God's sovereignty. I need to show more grace to our church and its leaders. Again, I wrote this long ago when we were living in Indiana, and we just need to be people that show grace. I go back to that word honor. I had breakfast with somebody yesterday, and the conversation came up about all the things going on in the social justice conversation. And I said, if Christians would just honor everybody, that's a big element to this, that we need to be people that honor. And it's a sobering thing to think that the church, my church, this church, is a local representation of the body of Christ, and not just the body of Christ in some respects. I know that's, kind of a hard thing to wrap your head around, but the bride of Christ. Actually, it says bride. Sorry, I'm not even reading it right. The church is the bride and body of Christ, but the bride of Christ in this context, and it needs to be treated with respect and honor, and even when it's frustrating to you. Obviously, there's no perfect church. Church is made up of imperfect people and imperfect leaders. Church is going to disappoint, and church is going to frustrate. But church is not church. Church is the bride of Christ, and the hard part is we need to be willing to raise our hand and say, hey, I don't think this is right. And that's the balance of hard thing, because if we don't, then things kind of go unchecked and unchanged, and that's not always a healthy thing either. So there's a balance about not just, falling in line all the time and just going with the flow when the flow isn't honoring God, because I think that happens too. But regardless of how you might need to react to injustices in the church or faults or bad decisions made by leaders, the whole time there needs to be an element of honor in that. So, all right. So, thanks so much. Have a great weekend. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.